Hey, how's it going? Good morning, evening, or night, depending on where you're watching from. So this video is basically me showing you how I passed my theory test and maybe giving you a few tips or pointers on how you can pass your own theory test. One of the things that really helped me is my faith in God. Like, I prayed heavy, right? I prayed hard to pass it, and the time that I did pray hard to pass it, I did end up passing it. But moving on, right, there are some things you need to do to actually like make sure you secure that pass, right? So for instance, right, I'm not very good at academic stuff. You might not be very good at academic stuff. I was actually a lot better at the practical side of driving. So before I even got my theory tests like secured and passed, I actually started my practical driving lessons. So with practical driving lessons, it actually helps you a lot, especially with hazard perception, and also, I guess, understanding the road signs a little bit as well. And that's pretty much what the theory test is. You've got to understand the road signs. And also another part of the test is hazard perception. Now, with hazard perception, I would definitely say it's the easiest part of the test, because you're literally staring at a camera going down a road, and every time you see a hazard or a potential hazard, you click your mouse, right? If you just spam click the mouse, you're not going to pass hazard perception. But if you click every time you spot a hazard and it's a legitimate hazard, then you will pass your hazard perception. So hazard perception, probably one of the easiest ones, as you already know. It actually took me 3 tries before I actually passed my theory test. Now, another thing you gotta really look into, obviously, is the questions that you have to answer, right? Hazard perception's an easy part, but questions you have to answer, they can be a bit tricky. And you'll notice with every theory test that you actually do at the center, it seems like they completely change the exam, right? So to get the best chance of actually passing your exam, there was an app, I think, called 4-in-1 or 3-in-1 for the theory test on the App Store and also the Google Play Store. I think it costs about $4.99. I'm not sure if it's still that price. It's definitely worth the investment, so purchase that app. Or if you know a friend that you can get into their iCloud and download it for free, do that. But that's long. But if you want to save that £5, probably do that. Now, in terms of actually passing the test, okay, you got to make sure you're proficient in all topics. So what I did to actually pass my test is I would obviously study a few topics, do the little quizzes, and then I would take mock exams. Now, with each mock exam that you do, right, when you fail the mock exam, just look into the sections where you got the least amount of answers correct and make sure you study and revise those sections. Then take another mock exam, right, after you've studied those sections that you struggled with, and see how your score changes, right? And then it might come up with other stuff that you got low percentages on and struggled with. So then go back from the mock exam and then go and revise those sections on the app, and then take the mock exam again. As you keep doing this, you're going to realize you're able to actually retain a lot of information as you continue practicing this. I would say spend at least 30 minutes a day on the app, right? 30 minutes a day minimum on the app, right? And then as you continue doing the mock exams, revising those sections more so that you struggled with, right, you're gonna find that this gets easier and easier, and then you end up getting loads of passes on your mock exams. Now, once you start getting passes on those mock exams, book your theory test. Just book it. It's like 20 something pound. Literally just book it, okay? Because the thing is, if you procrastinate booking it and then you end up like slipping away from your revision, you're more likely to fail. So as soon as you're becoming really proficient in it, just book it, like maybe 2 weeks ahead or something like that. There was a center I used to go to which always had booking slots. Some centers don't, right? So maybe if you have to travel a bit further out but that center always has booking slots, maybe book in that center, okay? So basically what you got to do is just keep revising those topics. Once you start passing your mock exams, book that theory test, okay? And then you'll be most likely to pass it. If you're passing, you're continuously passing the mock exams. You know what I'm saying? But if all else, if you do end up failing, don't beat yourself up, right? Cram in loads of extra revision and then book another test for a few weeks later. Don't wait months. Book another test for a few weeks later and you'll be likely to pass. Hopefully this all made sense. Anything you need clarifying, definitely comment below. Peace.